Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Synergy Alliance team call. It's kind of hard. I never know if to call it the Break Free Dynasty team call or Synergy Alliance team call. Synergy Alliance is kind of not my team name officially or anything, but just a group of us awesome coaches getting together doing some amazing things. But I wanted to ask Pam, what was I going to ask you?
It's the end of the month. What was I doing?
Oh, at the end of the month, sorry. The calendars that we've talked about in previous calls, we talked about creating it either on PicMonkey or something like that, and I've shared mine. And for those that are watching the recording or haven't seen mine, here's mine. So I put it on PicMonkey.
Yeah.
So I downloaded a picture of this month's calendar and I put it on PicMonkey and I added all my stuff and then I printed it. So I'm wondering, how did that calendar work for you? And did you stick with it? Did you stick with what you said on the calendar?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How did you find it helpful?
Yeah, I'm already working on my November calendar. So, but yeah, if I don't have a calendar, it's not going to happen. Kind of like a to-do list. If I don't have a list, it's not going to happen. So,
yeah.
I'm a list maker now. Whether I can keep up with my list is another question.
I'm actually, after this call, I'm actually going to Staples because I've decided I like to write it down. I've tried using TeamZY, but I like writing some stuff down. Like, yes, I can record my conversations with people, but I like having like paper. So I'm going to buy those yellow paper that's like this, that tears at the top. Yeah. And I'm going to have like a list of people to constantly bring up with, because I wish that I don't think I've properly learned all the right techniques for TeamZY. I think that there is way more use for it than what I've used. So I would like to dive deeper into that and see if I can make it work, especially since I have the 1-year subscription instead of a month to month. So yeah, I was just curious because I'm nearing the end of the month and I'm curious how calendars have worked for everybody.
Yeah, I'm still a paper and pencil. I've got to have it written out and write it out and do all of that. So
yeah. So my question to everyone on the call is, first, I'm sure a lot of you have followed some of our leaders in Bombshell Dynasty or other big coach groups from when they were at the leadership retreat in California this past weekend. So I'm sure you follow their posts, and I know that Scotty Hobbs has posted a bunch of videos he did of the trainings from there, and I've started going through them and watching all of them. So, and I've been taking notes and everything from that, and it's really fabulous. So I wanted to start off with a few questions and kind of dive into those, and they do relate back to a lot of the themes that were in leadership this year. So number one is, how many of you log into the coach back office and read the coach breaking news? Do you do it every day? Do you do it weekly? Do you do it every other day, occasionally? And the reason I ask that is because there is amazing content in the coach breaking news. Your back office has so many amazing options. And if you go back there and you look, there's literally a tab of training tips for you or for your team or whatever. And I've copied and pasted a couple of those before. You guys have seen in the groups some of the great ones, and I've copied some links and sent them off because I looked at them myself when I discovered it. And I must admit, I haven't logged on to the coach back office as often as I think I should. I think every morning I should kind of start out with doing that and plugging in with my network. I think that that's really important. So I wanted to ask you guys, how often are you doing that? And I encourage you to do so, at least 3 or 4 times a week. Just look at the tabs and the options, not only just for what's on sale each month or the prize for Success Club winners this month. They announce everything, and they have all the coach FAQ links for any questions we might have about the Court of Force opening, etc. That leads me to my next point. Have you done your research on Court of Force, and have you made a plan and began implementing that plan, seeing as Monday is the release date for Court of Force? So have you made a plan and began implementing implementing said plan for the release of Quarter Force. What are you doing? What strategy are you using to benefit your business in the upcoming month to 2 months with the release? Because every time there's a release, there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of hype. It's a great time to jump on the bandwagon and jump into something and try something new and different and share it with everyone. So what is it that you're going to do and what is your plan? And I'll share with you guys my plan. So I already created an event page. I made an event and I'm putting a bunch of hype on the page. I'm going to do a video about that, show the launch video describing it. I have already sent a couple invites to a few people. I have privately contacted those people as well. And they will then be put into a holding group to then join our challenge group starting on November 7th. Now that brings me to my next point. I've spoken with Amanda and Darla, and we have decided that we are going to kind of merge and do like a bigger group coaching or a bigger group challenge group this upcoming month starting on November 7th or 14th. We haven't decided. I'll be creating the group tonight, and coaches that want to add challengers to it and have this be their main challenge group are just let me know, and then I will add you and make you an admin as soon as we can. That way we can get everybody ready. So with this group, there will be a lot more engagement. We will expect all coaches to be very engaged because they have to set an example for their challengers in it, even if they only have one challenger in the group. We thought this would be a fun idea to shake things up, but also let some of our older challengers see some new faces of each other, get to know each other since we're all on a team together, regardless of whether or not someone is a coach. So, and then I will also I'll be creating the group this evening, and I will be adding some files in. And that brings me to my next point. I feel personally, there is nothing special about my challenge group right now. I feel that coaches can offer more than me. So why would they pick me? Why would they want me to be their coach? And that is something that you have to ask yourself. Look into yourself and see, what do I have to offer? Because that will also come out in your inviting. If you are running a subpar challenge group, you're going to come off like, well, I'm a subpar coach, or I kind of believe in you, or I kind of believe in my group. I just want you to buy a challenge pack, Right. So I feel like if you are running a kick-ass challenge group and you are in it and you're seeing results with your challengers and you are super stoked every single day, and, it is clearly showing results, that will come off during your invites. It really will. And if you're not really stoked about it, then you need to change something. So my question again for you to answer yourself is, what have you taken time to analyze your challenge groups, find out what has gone right, what has gone wrong, and then taken steps to implement new rules, tried something different? Because a lot of this business is trial and error for you and your team and your clientele, what will work for them. So it is not a one-stop shop type coaching thing. No. There is no set code that all of us follow. Everything is so individualized. So have you done that? Have you individualized your challenge groups to make you valuable and your groups valuable? Why would I want to buy a challenge pack from Pam? Why would I want to buy a challenge pack from Darla? What does Valency have to offer? What does Angela have to offer? What does Catherine have to offer that's so special besides a sweaty selfie every day?
Right.
So these are things I want you to ask yourself. So here's what I've decided. I felt like mine is not as great as it could be. So I have decided that in this new group that I'm going to create, and we're all going to kind of host it with all of our challengers, which I'm really excited about. And again, no one has to feel pressure to join this. I will be adding files to the group, and they're going to be recipes, and then they'll be organized by, crock pots, recipes, soups, special desserts, and breakfasts, ideas of what to do. And it'll also include some personal, like my why. I would love if all the coaches put their why in their files. I think that would be really fun. And I want to do a couple of before after photos for people to see with different programs that we'll be doing. So I'll be loading some Quarter Force photos because some people will be doing Quarter Force. It's not going to be a program specific group. It'll be everybody. So some will be doing the new program Quarter Force. I know Valenti, for example, is doing a size PIO hybrid, which leads me to my next point. A big theme within leadership this year was the fact that shifts happen during the year, particularly the last quarter. Things also are different, and the aura is a bit different within the business all the way up to corporate. Corporate can feel this right now. They can kind of feel what's going on. And I think all of us kind of feel a little something in the air. And so they know what's going on. They know something's amiss. And that usually happens during election years, during years of other issues, during the years of the Olympics, etc. And we've had both of those this year, plus this is the third quarter. So a big part, corporate is always talking to us about bringing it back to the 4 vital behaviors. Let's make it simple. Let's dumb it down, so to speak. Let's just bring it back to the basics.
Yeah.
So they asked at leadership, when was the last time you committed to and followed through all the way through a program from day one with your measurements, with your weight, everything, and pictures, and gone all the way to the 30 or 60-day mark, whatever program it is? When was the last time you did that? And be honest with yourself. And I feel like if you're towards that area, if you are truly honest with yourself, you will find the answer as to why it's not where you want it to be. There was a lot of tough love at leadership. And a lot of this, Amanda had mentioned, I've also been watching all the videos that Scotty has posted. There was a lot of tough love. There was a lot of, it's time to get real. And that's why I'm asking. If you ask in your heart of hearts and you look deep down inside and you are truly 100% honest with yourself, what in your business is lacking? So I wanted to leave that for everyone to either talk with their coaches, their upline coaches. We can always talk as a group. I don't want to put Pam on the spot since she's the only one on the call right now. So my question is, what are you doing? So I believe I like to lead by example. So I must say my connecting with people privately is lacking. And then that leads to me not feeling comfortable sending an invite because I don't feel like I've gotten to know this person enough. I don't feel like I've been able to connect with them enough. So if I am to be totally honest with my business, I feel like I need to make that a priority, is to invite, is to connect with people privately, because a lot of people, it has been said that what you do this month affects you 30, 60, 90 days down the line. And it's hard to get in that, be in that space in the moment of this not benefiting me right now, of me sending a hey girl message, or me seeing how someone's day's going is going to affect me 30, 60, 90 days from now. That's a hard concept for a lot of people to grasp, especially in a world now of instant gratification. So that's where I'm kind of going to now leave it to Amanda. Since Amanda is now on, I've kind of started talking about the aura and of Summit. I mean, sorry, not Summit, leadership. Here, I'm going to unmute you, Amanda. So go ahead, Amanda, take it away then.
Okay. So, Catherine, I think you have to mute yourself because I'm hearing my echo. Okay, yeah, that's better. Thank you. So I have a good friend who went to who went to leadership, and I was talking to her. She's in the Triad Market Council with me, and she was giving me some feedback because I was telling her about some of the struggles I've been having in my personal business, some of the struggles I've been kind of getting from you all, some of the dynamics of the team, some of the questions you had. I've watched some of the recordings of the Synergy calls, and just some of the same kind of topics that have been coming up in this group are things that have been coming up elsewhere also. And so it was reassuring, first of all, to hear that it's not just something that's isolated in this group or that's unique to our group. This is something that's really across the board from brand new coaches to top 10 coaches, that a lot of people are feeling kind of this shift in the business. And Carl was speaking at leadership and said there are a few times that he sees it regularly, this kind of shift, that you just really have to put some laser focused beams on. We tell her we're on this comment. She's going to start talking. That one of them is during fourth quarter. So this is a regular thing during fourth quarter. And I've said in one of the calls I did about a month ago that, fourth quarter is what you make of it. You either decide it's going to be rough and then it is, or you decide this is going to be a launching point for the January and for the spring people, and it is. But there is definitely a shift in one way or the other on fourth quarter. Also during election years, this is the second time Team Beachbody has been around during an election year, and the same thing happened last time. And also during years that have the Olympics. So this year is all three of those things. And so I think they're feeling a little bit more than even a normal year. So it's not necessarily a shift of things are going down. Everything is still pointing in the up direction, and he was comparing growth charts with Herbalife and Isagenix and the one that starts with a P that I can never remember the name of because I kind of don't care.
Plexus.
Yeah. Thank you. I couldn't remember that the other day when we were talking. And all of theirs they've been having a lot more dips than we have, and their trajectory up is not as steep as ours is. So we're definitely in the right place. It's just a matter of, and Brianne, I saw that you had posted the picture or updated something where it said, it was kind of the anthem of leadership is, how are you being successful in your business? I'm not quitting. Like, it's a very simple answer. And I think we can all interpret it differently at first, but when you get down to the very, very basic meaning of it, it's the same, and it hits us all in the same place, the same way. We're still here. And that's what's going to make us successful, is because we're still here. The people who are not successful are no longer here. It's very simple. So one of the things that they were asking, and Stacy Warzak is the girl I'm talking about who's in the Triad Market Council with me, who was at leadership. She was telling me that Carl was asking, and we talked about this at Summit too. When's the last time you completed a program from beginning to end, to the point where you could share your before and afters, see the difference, inspire people with that change, and to the point where you would submit them to Beachbody for like your shirt or whatever we got with our thing. And I was talking to Darla about this on Monday. So our team call Monday, Darla was the only one that got on, kind of right as I was getting off because nobody was on. She got on, and then I got back on so we could talk. And I was like, you know what? Let's just have a one-on-one, because I've been wanting to kind of do one-on-ones with my coaches anyway, or whoever wants to do them. And so I said, let's just use this opportunity. So I kind of went through this with her, and I said, Darla, not calling you out because I'm going to answer the same question in a second, but when's the last time you did a program from day one, crossed off the calendar all the way through to the last day, said, I just finished, here's my results, beginning, end, I'm submitting them, got my thing from Beachbody? And Darla said, maybe when P90X3 came out, or maybe it was when she did 2 rounds of a 21-day fix, or maybe it was, and it was like we were trying to think? And I'm thinking, when did I do mine? And like, I love size, but I didn't do it start to end because I did all the programs. I did all the dances over and over and over. But the way size is that you learn the choreography for one dance, and then you learn the choreography for another dance, and then you go back and learn the choreography for the first dance. Well, as a dancer, I don't need to learn the choreography again. I know it, and I'm not going to spend 45 minutes learning a dance I already know. I'm going to get bored, I'm going to resent the program, and I'm going to throw it against the wall. And I love size, so I didn't want to do that. So I just, as soon as I learned the dance, I went on to the next one, on to the next one, and then I did them over and over and over and over. But technically, I did not do the program the way it was made to be done. And so I saw results. I never shared my before and afters. I don't know when the last time I shared, like I shared my before and afters last night from something that was probably a post from a year or a year and a half ago, but I have, similar, that was kind of my before, I'm kind of there now, kind of, but that was a transformation for me, and I've shared that transformation recently, but it's not a specific program transformation. So I called Catherine out and I said, when's the last time you did that? And she said, well, I did Insanity Max 30 up to the last week, but I got hurt and then went to Paris, but I didn't share my things, but I have my boyfriends, but I haven't shared those yet. So it's not that we're doing anything wrong. It's just the things that we're asking our challengers to do, technically, like we're trying to sell this thing that we're not even doing ourselves. And I'm probably the worst one in this. So I tried to say, this is the last one I did was, Darla, I'm telling them about, oh, she's like kind of on, kind of not, like the double Dutch in out. I am telling them about the conversation we had Monday. I think the last one I did was probably 22-minute hardcore, but I didn't, and I did hammer and chisel, but I don't think I shared my results from either of those, but I did finish the programs. But by not sharing my own results, I'm not inspiring anybody that I know. Like they know I'm here. They know I'm a coach. They know I'm here for motivation. They know they can ask me when they're ready, but I'm not inspiring them with my transformation because I'm not showing them. Part of my problem, I think, is that I'm not sharing my transformation because I've been having so many health problems, and this is something was telling Catherine, and I'll just go ahead and tell you guys all since it's being recorded, and it can kind of be an explanation for everyone. When I got really sick a couple of weeks ago,
Amanda froze. I don't know if it's just